Hi guys, Dan Larson here. Welcome to Synthesize Sunday 48, I believe. And in this video, I would like to show you how I made this sound. It's in Serum and it's not that very interesting and complicated sound, but I think it, for example, for dubstep, it sounds pretty well. And not only the sound itself is interesting, but how I made the wavetable, which is in this preset in Serum. So this guy here, it is a custom wavetable, and I made it using operator, and the main effect behind it is trash. So if you can see it, okay, so yes, I am using only a sine wave, but let me show you first what I exported into Serum. This was the wavetable, but you can see the audio format of it here. So this is what I imported into Serum. So how I made it? This was an operator patch. It's not really a patch or a preset because this is a simple sine wave. But what I did here is applied an isotope trash. I think the frequency, I mean the filter is not important here. Let me just check it. Yeah, it's not important at all. I don't remember why I applied this. But okay, let's see the trash, because that is the main corrector. That is what gives the main corrector to the sound. So let me just disable it first. So as you can hear, it's just a simple sine wave. So the trash gives some very, very nice tone to it. And as you can see here, this is what the Trash 2 plugin does. I applied this crunchy taco type of distortion to stage 1 in Trash. And I didn't use any filter, I don't know why is that here. But what I did after it's just a simple initialized patch, and I applied this little distortion type. I don't remember I did anything to it, but I wanted to move the sound. So I didn't want to have a static sound, of course, like for a wavetable, that is what you really want. So I didn't want that. So for that, I used this pre-slider here as a macro knob. So I tried to apply the movement of this sound to a macro knob. What I did, how I did that, I clicked on configure. I tried to move this knob here. So this little arrow, well, not arrow, the slider appeared, and I mapped it to macro 1. Easy stuff. So this way, let me just disable the filter, because this is the other stuff what the macro 1 controls. Okay, sorry, not the pre, but the drive button. So I applied the drive button to macro, not button, slider. So I applied the drive slider to macro 1. And let me show you what it does to the sound. So as you can see, or maybe you can see it, it almost behaves like frequency modulation, but it's not. It's simple distortion and wave shaping based on this shape. But it was too harsh for me and I missed some characters, so I applied the bandpass filter after it with pretty high resonance. Okay, let's put the signal analyzer after the filter and let's see what it does. It almost talks. It is almost talking. So to make it more evil or more characteristic, more dubsteppy, I added a phaser. And 2 instances of OTTs, because without OTT nothing works really. Cool, and without an overdrive at the end of this chain, the whole sound is a little dull, but a little overdrive gives some nice harsh to the end. And let's see what we got after this whole chain. A pretty interesting sound with lots of harmonics, as you can see on the waveform itself. So I made a movement of this slider. I automated this slider, and I just, resample this sound. pretty easy stuff. But there was a problem when I tried to import it into Serum, because you know, I typed here F#0, and oops, I hope I still have it on my desktop. Okay, so here is it. So when I drop it here, hey, and I want to check it, as you can see, it's kind of a mess. It's not very good. Oops, because we are not here, sorry. Ouch, this is not good at all. It's very messy. So this is because of lots of distortion, lots of filtering. Phase is gone basically, and phase is distorted, and we have to correct that. And how I like to do that is, first let me morph it, spectral morph, and well, try to figure out where the whole phase, where the phase is moving. So they are moving to the right side very, very fast. As you can see it, this phase is moving from left to right. So this is not what we want. We want a static sound. So if you see this happening, try to raise this number here. We have 954, yeah, 954. So try to, you know, increase this sound, lift it up. Let's see, for example, let's try 1,000 samples. Let's import again. Go back and try to see if it moves slower. I think it's definitely a lot slower, but it's still moving. The phases are still distorted. So let's try to add 1040 samples, and this will be our best number, because they are still moving. Okay, let's try to rise it even more. I remembered about 1040 will be good. Oh, sorry. So 1090, and import it in. One more time. 90. Okay, import. Let's see what we get. Now it is moving backwards, so it is too much. So 1040. Drop the wavetable again, and this time, oh, that is it. Okay. Last time I forgot to, you know, drop the wavetable again after I put the 1040 number. So this time the phases are kind of still. So this is our goal. This is what we want. As you can hear, it's pretty cool, but we still need to morph it. And now we have a very smooth wavetable. So once we have that, I apply this LFO to the wavetable position. And I apply the remap function here, remap warp. And this movement is a pretty interesting form to well, basically distort our sound. Just a pinch of it makes a very, very slight kind of character to the sound. Not very muddy, not very smooth, but kind of aggressive and dirty. Very cool. And like the filter, the HP filter makes the sound talk a little more. Okay, let's move. Of course, we use a sub. Let's move on to the FX section. I apply the hyper dimension to make the sound wider. I didn't use any unison here. Okay, a phaser to make the sound a little more deeper. An EQ to boost up a little those frequencies, what makes the sound more vocally. And this is the frequency here, which goes from 121 to around 700 Hertz. And a little boost on the tops, and of course an OTT at the end of the change. And what I did hit again is a saturator at the end to make it a little dirtier, not just, you know, smooth limiting at the end. I like dirty sounds. Dirty but not muddy. And I think this sound is by the way, I have this warping, remapping kind of form or shape from Virtual Riot. So I credited him right now. Thanks. Thanks, Valentin. Anyway, so this is the sound, what you can download from the video descriptions below. It will lead you to Artists Union. And thank you for watching my videos. Please drop a thumbs up, drop a like, drop a comment. I love reading your comments, and share my videos. It will help me a lot. So see you next week, guys. Bye bye.